Abram went up out of Egypt, along with his wife and all that he had. For Abram was very wealthy, possessing livestock, silver and gold. And Abram's nephew Lot went with him. And he traveled to Bethel, to the place he had pitched his tent at the beginning, where he had first built the altar and called on the name of the Lord. And Lot, who was traveling with Abram, also had flocks, herds, and tents. But the land could not support them living together, for their possessions were too great. And the herdsmen of Abram and Lot began to quarrel. Abram said to Lot,
"Let us not have quarreling between me and you, or between my herdsmen and yours, since we are family. Is not the entire land before you? Please, separate yourself from me. If you go to the left, I will go to the right. If you go to the right, I will go to the left."
And Lot lifted his eyes and saw that the plain of Jordan was well watered, like the garden of God and the land of Egypt. So Lot chose all the Jordan Valley for himself, and they separated themselves one from another. Abram lived in Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the valley and pitched his tent near Sodom. But the men of Sodom were evil, committing great sins against the Lord. After Lot had moved away, the Lord said unto Abram,
Lift up your eyes and look all around from where you are, to the north, the south, the east, and the west. All the land you see I will give to you and to your descendants forever. And I will make your descendants as numerous as the sands of the earth. Arise, walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I will give it to you.
Abram moved his tent and came to live by the oaks of Mamre, which are in Hebron, and there he built an altar to the Lord. And it came to pass, Amraphel king of Shinar, Arioch king of Elasar, Kedorlaomer king of Elam, and Tidal king of Goyim, made war against Bera king of Sodom, Bersha king of Gomorrah, Shinab king of Admah, Shemeber king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, which is Zoar. All these forces joined in battle in the valley of Siddim, where the Dead Sea is, 4 kings warring against 5. And the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits. And when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some fell into them, while the rest fled to the mountains. And the victors took all the possessions of Sodom and Gomorrah, along with all their provisions. And as they left, they took Abram's nephew Lot, who was living in Sodom, along with all his possessions. One who had escaped the battle came to Abram, who was living by the oaks of Mamre. And when Abram heard that his nephew had been taken captive, he gathered his trained men, 318 of them who had been born in his house, and went in pursuit of the king's armies as far as Dan. During the night, he divided his forces and attacked and defeated them, and pursued them all the way to Hobah, which is north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his nephew Lot with his possessions, together with the others who had been taken captive. After Abram's return from the defeat of the 4 kings, the king of Sodom went out to meet Abram in the valley of Shaveh, the king's valley. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of the Most High God, and he blessed Abram, saying,
Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hands.
And Abram gave Melchizedek a tenth of everything. Then the king of Sodom said to Abram,
Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself.
And Abram answered the king of Sodom, saying,
I have raised my hand in an oath to the Lord, the Most High God, the possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take so much as a thread or a strap of a sandal of anything that is yours, so that you will not be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will only take what my young men have eaten, and the share of the spoil belonging to the men who came with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mamre. Let them have their share.
And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And Abram gave him a tenth of everything. Genesis chapter 14, verses 18 to 20.